Nowadays, in a competitive labor market, attracting qualified employees is more than just offering a salary. To stand out, companies must have a strong image as an employer. However, how effective is this a concept in influencing job seekers? Assalamualaikum and salam UiTM di hatiku. My name is Nur Adrana Balkis binti Muhammad Hairunid. My student number is 2025330771 and I am from class RBA 2733C. First of all, thank you to Dr. Mutia for teaching me subject HRM552, and for all my audience, thanks for watching this video. In this video, I will present about employer branding based on an article titled The Effectiveness of Employer Branding in Attracting Talented Employees by the author Nur Muhammad Sirajuddin and Sophia. According to the article, basically employer branding is the strategic process of defining, managing, and promoting the company's reputation as a desirable place to work. In today's competitive job market, companies are having difficulty attracting and maintaining skilled employees. There is a high competition among companies and they compete to hire the best employees. So to overcome this, many companies use employer branding, where a company promotes itself as a good and attractive place to work. According to the article, the main issue highlighted in this article is that even though companies have employee branding strategies, they are not always effective. This is because many job seekers are not aware of these efforts companies do for branding. Instead of being influenced by company branding itself, employees tend to rely more on reputation, past experience, and word from mouth to mouth. So there is a clear gap between what companies try to communicate and what potential employees actually perceive. Now we move to the factors that influence employee branding. First, work-life balance. Work-life balance, how well employees can manage their work responsibilities and their personal life. For example, companies that offer flexible working hours can help reduce stress. When employees feel that they have enough time for family, rest, and personal activities, they are more likely to choose and stay in that company. This is especially for a younger generation like Gen Z, who value freedom and personal time. Second factors, we have benefits and compensation. This includes salary, bonuses, incentive, and other benefits. Employees expect to be paid fairly for their work. If a company offers better rewards compared to others, it can attract more talented applicants and also motivate employees to perform better. Third factor, we have work environment. Work environment is the daily workplace conditions such as relationship with colleagues, support from managers, and the overall atmosphere. A positive and supportive environments make employees feel comfortable and valued. This can increase the productivity and reduce the chance of them leaving the company. Next factor, we have company culture. This is include the values, belief, and behavior within the organizations. For example, some companies promote teamwork, while others companies focus on innovations or discipline. A strong and positive culture helps employees feel connected to the company and understand their role better. And last factors, we have brand reputations. Brand reputation is how the company is viewed by the public. If a company is well known, successful, and trusted, people are more likely to apply for jobs there. Now we move to challenges of employer branding. First, poor communication. Some companies have good branding strategies, but they fail to communicate clearly to job seekers. As a result, potential applicants do not really understand what the company offers. Second, lack of awareness. Many job seekers are simply not aware of the company's branding effort, so these strategies do not have much impact. Third, mismatch between image and reality. For example, a company may promote itself as a positive workplace, but employees may experience something different. This can reduce trust and damage the company's reputation. Now we move to findings or results of employee branding based on this study. Employee branding does have a positive impact. It can increase job seekers' interest in applying for a job, and it also improves employee satisfaction and engagement within the organization. However, based on the study, also highlight an important issue. Even though companies create different employee branding strategy, many job applicants are not actually aware of them. This is because job seekers tend to rely more on what they already know about the company, such as its reputation, past experience, or what they hear from others. Because of this, there is a gap between what companies try to communicate and what job seekers actually perceive. This meant that some employee branding efforts may not be fully effective. So, overall, the findings from this article suggest that employer branding is important, but companies need to improve how they communicate their message so that it can reach the influence potential employees more effectively. In conclusions, employee branding is an important strategy for attracting and retaining talented employees. However, it is not enough to simply create a good image. So companies must ensure that their branding is clearly communicated and consistent with their employees' experience. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you for watching.